Alan Richardson at the end of day one against Middlesex. Tough day, Alan, or half day?
Yeah, tough day. I think it was always going to be. I think for the batters, I think Middlesex bowled brilliantly well at times and created a lot of chances, put us under a lot of pressure. I think the boys stood to the task, and we have to see and wait when both sides have batted on it. But at the moment, it looks like quite a tough wicket to bat on. So I think we should take great heart and great credit for batting for as long as we have and putting together some partnerships.
When the coin came down on the wrong side and then you lost a wicket to the first ball of the game, you must have feared the worst.
It's not an ideal start, is it? I'm not convinced how crucial the toss will be. I think the wicket will stay pretty consistent the whole way through, but it would have been nice to have obviously had a good start. I think the first ball of the game from Tim Murter, who's been around for a while, was excellent to Ed. He can't really do much about that. Obviously moved a little bit and bounced, so it's a tough start, but I think it showed the character of the boys. They're prepared to dig in, bat for long periods of time, show great deals of patience, and they've adapted themselves on a wicket that probably was testing at times.
The fact that the partnerships that there were sort of 30, 40, 30 again, just indicative of the fact that nobody was ever really in, were they?
I think that's been the feedback from the boys, that they've never really felt like they got a handle on their innings. So a challenge throughout, and I think if you look at the wickets when they've gone in those partnerships, they're not through loose shots, they're through balls that have done quite a bit. They've been hard to play, so I think to try and put those partnerships together, it would have been nice for one of them to kick on for a little bit, but probably not a surprise that that's not been the case.
That said, if you can get up towards 180, 200, gives you something to bowl at, and your bowling unit's coming into this confident after last week. Yeah,
I think so. I think we've got to aim to get as many runs as we can. I think the margins could be quite small in this game, so for the guys, for the last 3 wickets, to try and put on as many runs as they can, potentially will be absolutely vital as the game goes on. So that would be nice to get as close to 200. That gives us something to bowl at. Also gives us an opportunity to have the field set that we want for as long as possible.
Thanks very much, Alan.
Pleasure.
Azar showed a lot of guts and showed his quality there, didn't he? I mean, he's batted nearly 3 hours on there, showing what it's all about.
Yeah, not a great surprise, the amount of character that he showed in the innings. He trains unbelievably hard. He puts himself under a lot of pressure when he trains, so when he comes up on surfaces like that, and the challenge that he faced today, it doesn't come as a great surprise. He had a plan about how he's going to go about his innings, and I think he did that really well for long periods of time today.
And obviously Dolly again, another crucial knock there, 44 normally, but in the context of this game, it's a crucial knock there.
Potentially, yeah. I think what really not surprised me, but what really stuck out was how calm he remained despite everything that was going on around him. So I think that shows the measure of him. He's matured really well, I think, as a player and as a leader. So to watch him today, really hard fought innings, but he stuck at it brilliantly well. I think it'd have been nice for him to get his 50, but I think what was really crucial that he put some miles in the Middlesex bowlers' legs.
And as you say, given the confidence he would have got from last week, 167 for 8, well, normally you wouldn't be pleased with that, but it doesn't feel like that's all the day today.
Not really. Like I say, we have to be careful because we've got a bowl on it yet, and Middlesex have got a bat on it. But looking at just the way that the wicket behaved today, I think will be a challenge throughout. And you would imagine that ball potentially will dominate bat for periods of time. So I think we have to take some heart. The fact that we've got 167, at 4 for 2, it could have, that could have escalated to something far worse. I think, like I say, the boys should take great credit for us working as hard as they have done today.